Imagine it's 2 a.m., you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling. You had a good day today. Someone complimented your work. A friend made you laugh. You finished a task you've been avoiding for weeks. Nothing terrible happened. And yet, your brain isn't replaying any of those moments. Instead, it's replaying that awkward thing you said 3 years ago. That embarrassing mistake, that criticism from your boss, that one comment someone made that hurt your feelings out of thousands of memories. Why does your mind keep choosing the painful ones? Why does a single insult seem stronger than 10 compliments? Why can one bad experience ruin an entire day, while 10 good experiences barely leave a mark? The answer reveals something fascinating about the human brain. And once you understand it, you'll never look at your thoughts the same way again, because the truth is this: your brain isn't designed to make you happy. It's designed to keep you alive. And those are not always the same thing. The mystery of negative memories. Let's start with a simple question. If happiness feels good, why doesn't that brain prioritize happy memories? Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't it be better if we naturally focused on good experiences, achievements, and joyful moments? It sounds logical, but the brain wasn't built in a modern world. It was built in a world full of danger, for almost all of human history. Survival was difficult. Our ancestors lived among predators. Disease, famine, hostile weather, and rival tribes. One mistake could mean death. One bad decision could end oblivion. In that environment, remembering positive experiences was useful, but remembering negative experiences was essential. Imagine to prehistoric humans. The first one eats a strange berry and gets sick. He remembers the experience and never eats that berry again. The second one forgets. Guess which one survives longer? Now imagine someone encounters a dangerous predator near a river. If that frightening memory stays strong, they become more cautious. If they forget, they may not get a second chance. Over thousands off generation, natural selection rewarded brains that paid extra attention to danger. And that ancient survival system still lives inside your head today. Your brain has a built negativity bias. Psychologists call this phenomenon the negativity bias. It's the tendency for negative experiences to have a stronger impact on our thoughts, emotions, and memories than positive experiences of equal intensity. In simple words, bad feels stronger than good. A criticism hurts more than a compliment helps. A failure sticks longer than a success. A rejection leaves a deeper mark than acceptance. And this isn't because you're weak. It's because your brain is doing exactly what it evolved to. Do you think of your brain as a security guard? A security guard who ignores threats gets fired. A security guard who occasionally overreacts survives. So, your brain constantly scans for problems, potential dangers, possible failures, things that could go wrong, even when you're completely safe. Why one bad comment can ruin your entire. Let's say you upload a video online, you receive 100 comments, 99 are positive, 1 is negative. Which comment do you remember? Most people focus on the negative one, not because it's more important, but because the brain treats negative information like an emergency. Positive information is this. Negative information might be dangerous. And from the brain's perspective, danger always gets priority. This is why a single insult can echo in your mind for weeks, while compliments disappear within minutes. Your brain isn't measuring its fairness, it's measuring potential threat. The hidden role of the amygdala deep inside your brain sits a small almond-shaped structure called the amygdala. Think of it as your brain's alarm system. Whenever something emotional happens, the amygdala becomes active. But here's the interesting part. Research has shown that the amygdala often responds more strongly to negative experiences than positive. One's fear, embarrassment, shame, rejection, failure, these experiences trigger stronger emotional reactions. And stronger emotions create stronger memories. It's almost like your brain highlights negative experiences with a bright red marker. Important. Don't forget this. The result. Those memories become easier to access later on, which is why they return again and again. The ancient brain in a modern asteia world here's where things get complicated. The negativity bias was incredibly useful thousands of years ago. But today, not always. Your brain still operates with ancient survival software, yet the world around you has changed dramatically. Most people aren't running from predators. They're worrying about emails, deadlines, social, media relationships, and public opinions. Problem is that the brain often treats social threats like physical threats. An embarrassing moment during a presentation can trigger reactions similar to genuine danger. A critical comment online can feel like an attack. A rejection text can feel devastating. Your ancient brain doesn't always understand the difference. Why social media makes, or worse, modern technology, has accidentally amplified our negativity bias. Think about it. Millions of years of evolution prepared us for small tribes. not endless streams of information every day. Social media exposes us to bad news, arguments, outrage, conflict, comparison, criticism. And because negative information grabs attention more effectively, platforms often end up showing us more of it. Your brain notices danger. You click. The algorithm notices it shows more. A cycle begins, without realizing it. Many people spend hours feeding their negativity bias, and then wonder why they feel anxious or emotionally exhausted. The memory illusion, here's something surprising. EGATIV memories are not necessarily more accurate. They're just more memorable. Every time you recall a memory, your brain reconstructs it, like opening and editing a document. This means memories can change over time. Sometimes negative memories become exaggerated. Details become distorted. Emotions become stronger. Event starts feeling bigger than it actually was. You remember not only the original experience, you remember every time you've remembered it, and each replay strengthens the pathway. Like walking the same trail through a forest again and again. The path becomes easier to follow. Why overthinking happens now? Let's connect this to overthinking. Why do people replay negative situations endlessly? Because the brain believes it's solving a problem. Imagine your brain asking, what if we missed something important? What lesson should we learn? How can we prevent this from happening again? In moderation, this is useful, but often it becomes repetitive. The brain stops solving and starts looping the same memory.
The same embarrassment, the same regret, again and again and again. The brain thinks it's protecting you, but sometimes it's only trapping you. The positive moments problem. Here's another challenge. Positive experiences often require conscious attention. Negative experiences demand attention automatically. Think about eating your favorite meal, watching a beautiful sunset, laughing with friends. Moments can pass by quickly if you're distracted. The brain says, nice, and moves on. But a negative experience, the brain pauses, analyzes, stores, reviews, replays. This creates an imbalance. Life may contain many positive moments, yet negative moments occupy more mental space. Can you rewire this pattern? The good news is yes, not completely. The negativity bias is part of being human, but you can reduce its influence. The first step is awareness. Once you understand that your brain naturally prioritizes negative information, you stop assuming every negative thought is important. Thought appears. Instead of believing it immediately, you ask, is this genuinely important, or is my brain doing what brains do? That question alone changes everything. Training your attention. Attention works like a spotlight. Whatever receives attention grows stronger. Whatever receives attention repeatedly becomes easier to notice. This means you can deliberately strengthen positive pathways, not through fake positivity, not through pretending problems don't exist, but through balance. When something good happens, pause, notice it. Stay with it for a few extra seconds. Let your brain register the experience. Enjoy the compliment. Appreciate the achievement. Feel the gratitude. The brain learns through repetition. The more attention you give positive experiences, the easier they become to remember. A powerful thought experiment. Imagine carrying two notebooks. One notebook records everything good. The other records everything bad. Now imagine your brain naturally writes 10 times more often in the bad notebook. After years pass, which notebook looks fuller? Which story about your life appears more convincing? This is what happens inside many minds, not because life is mostly bad, but because the brain documents bad experiences more aggressively. The challenge isn't to ignore reality, it's to make sure the good notebook gets written in too. The truth about your thoughts, one of the biggest mistakes people make, is believing every thought that enters their mind. But thoughts are not facts. Thoughts are mental events, sometimes helpful, sometimes misleading, sometimes completely wrong. A negative thought doesn't automatically mean something is wrong. A fearful thought doesn't automatically mean danger exists. A self-critical thought doesn't automatically reveal the truth about who you are. Often it's simply your ancient survival system doing what it evolved to do. Searching for threats, looking for mistakes, trying to keep you safe. Even when safety isn't the real issue. Conclusion. So the next time your mind drifts back to an old embarrassment, the next time one criticism outweighs 10 compliments, the next time a negative memory refuses to leave, remember this: your brain is not showing you reality exactly as it is. It's showing you reality through a survival filter that is thousands of years old. A filter designed to spot danger. Or a filter designed to remember pain. And while that system helped your ancestors survive, it doesn't always help you thrive. You are not your worst memory. You are not your biggest mistake. You are not that awkward moment your brain keeps replaying. Those memories are loud, but loud does not mean important. The mind naturally shines a spotlight on the negative. Your job is to remember that there is an entire world outside of it. And sometimes, the most important things in your life are not the painful moments your brain keeps replaying, but the beautiful moments it almost forgot.